thought our defense was good enough in spurts, and we just didn't score enough at the right time. We got some opportunities, and they hit some three-point shots. They beat us from the three-point line, and that kind of J.R. Smith's streaky, but AI's been really streaky shooting the three. He made some today, and Carmelo made a big one, and we did a lot of good things. We just couldn't get over the hump.
It's tough enough stopping one go-to guy down the stretch and then come back with Iverson and Carmelo.
Well, it's just tough. You got two guys, like I said, fourth and fifth in the league in scoring, and they just take turns giving them the basketball, and then it puts so much pressure on your defense trying to guard that guy or those guys where you got to help, and you give up offensive rebounds, and it seemed like every time we didn't come up with a loose ball, they scored. You look at the first half, and you look at some of the loose balls we just didn't get in the second half, and ball out on us, and it seems like they hit a three every time. I can just think of 3 plays where they scored. That's 9 points right there, but we just didn't come up with the basketball.
Against a team like that, you guys just have to play pretty much close to perfect.
No, you don't have to play perfect, but things that you're supposed to get, you got to get. If you got the ball, we just, in this effort, we fumbled the ball out of bounds a couple of times on rebounds that we had. And again, they end up scoring on those possessions, which not only is that a possession for us, it should be, but we going down getting a chance to score. We want to limit their shot attempts, and I thought we did a good job of keeping the pace at the pace we needed it. But we did a lot of good things, and they made threes today. It's frustrating because we did a lot of good things. We just couldn't finish out the basketball game.
Just where when Chris is still coming back a little bit, you don't have a lot of guys who can create their own shot in that situation where you can just throw the ball into him and say, "Get us a basket."
Well, we know him to play off Chris. Chris had 9 assists, and until he gets back fully, teams are sagging on him. We got to make those shots when he swings the basketball. And we got some good looks tonight. And Chris did a good job moving the basketball, and we didn't make him pay.
In the last 2 minutes, it seems like you guys have to manufacture a lot more pick and roll, a lot more moving the ball. So you don't really have Michael Jordan. Nobody does.
We never had a guy since I've been here like that. We had Vince, and he was here for a short moment. And since I've been here, we haven't had a player that you can just ISO the basketball, give him the ball, and we just haven't had that player. So we've always had to run sets and get some movement and misdirections to get people going, leaning in one way and come back the other way. But we're used to playing that way. And Chris has been great about being unselfish, moving the basketball, getting his teammates shots. But we got to do a better job of knocking them down.
Well, I think you're missing probably the guy I thought was the MVP was Kenyon Martin. Kenyon Martin's defense on Bosch, and they were going to Bosch almost every possession was incredible. It got better as the game went on, and you win games with stops more than you make shots. But once we got the lead, I think our defense, I don't know, they might have scored 1 hoop on us, and then AI's 3 was huge. That gave us the stress-free kind of ending, and AC made a big challenge on the 3 at one time, and I don't know. We're like 18-4 when we hold teams to 100 points or less, and after the first quarter, we were pretty good defensively all night long, led by Kmart. Neither Kmart was the star again.
Can you talk about that steal he had?
It was a great play.
You kind of described him. He's kind of swatted at it emphatically. And
he had 2 steals. Yeah, one on the baseline, and then he went ahead at the end of the, one of this, I think, a 3 or 5 point game. The one on the baseline was, I don't even know how he did that one without fouling. And then, of course, the turnover in the last minute of the game ended the game probably for us.
How important was the bench in the second quarter, though?
Extremely important. And there's no way we didn't have any, our first unit, focus, energy, whatever you want to talk about. We were a step slow, and I think Toronto played with a lot of pride to kind of come back from the scoreboard in the last game, and I thought JR, we don't win this game without his second quarter spurt, and he got us running, he got us aggressive to the rim, he got the penetration game back in the court rather than the jump shot game that we were doing most of the first quarter.
Is that why you started him, George, second half?
Well, AC and I have been talking about a little bit, messing with the lineup, just trying to give him different combinations. We haven't played AC with the second unit, talked to him at halftime. He said, let's go with it. So we did.
George, is more impressive what Kenyon was able to do with 5 fouls. I mean, one misstep, one tough whistle, and he's gone.
Well, you know, we gave him a couple minutes off. Marcus had him for a couple minutes, but I didn't like it when Marcus won, to be honest with you. I said, Bosch, even the foul that Bosch got, I thought Kenyon made a great play on. I'm not sure it might have been a foul, but Kenyon was into it. I mean, he was into making defensive plays, and he did all night long.
George, can you kind of describe just the intensity of this game? Because Iverson and Melo seemed really frustrated a lot in the second half, but it seemed to inspire them. Did you notice that?
It was a tough road game from a standpoint of, I don't think Melo was getting any whistles. Moon was kind of, I thought fouling him a lot, and I think Melo stayed strong. Fourth quarter, his jumper started going in, and